projection, but when you do that, you get application error.
Yeah.
So the background, they're still looking for step instead of min
Okay.
max.
That's, yeah, so that's good to know, so.
Yeah, so basically, the action to copy, you know, your amount, your budget amount to the projection, and then actually apply a formula to the projection. amount.
Projection.
That's what we
Okay.
need.
Okay.
I don't care what salary schedule you're attached to.
Yeah.
It's a min-max, of course, for us, but.
Who uses row column salary schedules, like I was showing earlier?
We do, but
Yeah.
we too are going to
Step list?
Step list salaries.
Okay.
So, you know, when we talk about doing a salary increase, we're gonna have to wait to do that in the new year, after we roll over here and set up, get their new salaries in there, and then do the contract.
Well, and for us, thankfully, we've been doing the contracts, this will be our 4th or 5th year. But this might be one time you can say thanks to the economic downturn, that for the initial contracts, we didn't have any salary increases to include,
Yeah.
but we had trigger language just in case. And the employee groups typically, when they accepted that contract, accepted the trigger language, and then in the new database, we could
Reissue
apply.
again. So how we avoid that is, avoid the salary in current year, we issue contract from current year for next year, but the language will say something, then we go to the new year, we reissue again. But that time is you have to trick, you need to create a brand new
Yeah.
contract manner, new contract, reassign position and pay. So you can mass create the contract document instead of one by one.
So you just mass assign it?
Mass assign and mass
Uh-huh.
create all the new contract
Yeah.
with the new language.
Yes.
This year,
With
we're gonna
the
have to
trigger
use this, so
language?
we-
as
With the new
Heather
trigger
was saying?
language.
Okay.
Then when you go to the new year, that will be easier, you just increase and reissue them, become
Right.
revised contract.
Exactly, it's easy, after
Yeah.
you roll it over, you're not touching anything, it's just, you update the contract amount, you update the budget amount, it's just done, so.
So it was, who asked the question? It was you, and you do use row column,
Yes.
so you'll be okay. But everybody else in the room.
You still need to test first.
I don't think we're ever gonna step list in here.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to a person that has a certified salary schedule, just so I can show you what it looks like on the position. Okay, so, whoops, let me go back into employee positions and pay. What do you think of the tabs across here?
And the tabs.
You love the tabs. So you guys are gonna be getting the tabs too, so.
And the
we'll see.
anti-blast filters.
Yeah.
The which filter?
The anti-blast filter.
Oh, yeah.
Use it all the time.
Between the tabs, that's, yeah.
The new layout is triggered by individual employee, right? I don't do
Yes.
gross, right?
Right,
Yes.
right, yeah.
Val,
So-
can you just show them where you set it up real quick? Do you know how?
Yeah.
Oh, I will in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just finish
It's to the
this
key
thought.
one, but you can call
Okay.
now.
So if I go into the certified, let me grab a name real fast so I can see who we're looking at. And we got blank positions. So the blank positions won't move on the salary schedule. So here's Clara's day. And so here you can see the projection amount shows step 7, MA plus 15 at 66,810. Okay? So when I get ready to build the contracts, I can build it looking at this cell. Okay? And this is what Annette's issue is. Okay? But it's not impacting their current pay, which is at. There it is. That was weird. Okay. Which is at 63,500. Okay, which is step 6, MA plus 15. Okay. So I moved him down and gave him 2%. So, okay. So in a few minutes, when we start playing with actually generating the contract, I can pull from the projected or from the current salary. So maybe a new hire in the current fiscal year, like if they hire from March through June, I'd want to pull that current amount But to make their contract for next year, I would pull from the projected amount.
So Val, I was asking you earlier about this, because our district with the money that we're anticipating and getting next year, they want to give our employees a stipend, but they just want to do a percentage on their contract. And so this is, you just showed us how to do this,
Okay.
correct?
I think so.
So we.
But you're saying a stipend, I'm hearing it's.
It's a one-time, it's one time.
Yeah.
One time you don't do in the
It's a
contract.
percentage.
Probably gonna wanna do supplementals on that.
Remainder several paid.
Supplemental.
But you're gonna treat it as an addenda,
Yeah.
supplemental, or?
Well, I don't know, 'cause
Yeah,
when
we're
we,
talking about the same things too, so.
when Val came to
Yeah.
help us get into visions, I guess we had some kind of a conversation and our administrators were told that we can't, because we used to do that every year. They didn't want to give you that percentage on your contract to make it permanent. So we, for many years, got a stipend amount, and they want to do it with the money that's one-time money for next year. They want to do it for the employees, and we were just talking about that this week. So you would do it as an addenda?
Couldn't you import it as a supplemental pay and then
Oh, yeah.
issue a contract on the supplemental?
Yeah, you could do that.
That'd be the
Import it
easiest
as a
way.
Supplemental pay and.
Because you can do all your work out in Excel, if you're doing it as a percentage of their former, or their contracted amount, 5% or whatever it is. And then you import those back into positions and pay in a supplemental template. And then you issue a contract on that supplemental type.
I mean, I don't work in HR, so I didn't know how to do this, but yeah.
But you're getting ideas.
Yes.
So you can take them to, you're gonna take them to,
roll it in.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure we used it now, but
okay,
it's saves a lot of time.
okay. Any other questions on this guy? So you've given me some homework. You're videotaping me.
I forgot, you just reminded yourself.
I have a real sidebar question, but what
Yeah.
kind of percentages are people talking about as far as the
Oh,
Proposition
that's a
1, 2,
good
3?
question. Yeah.
I'm just curious because I know what we're doing, but you know what?
Well, you go first, Scott.
You know what, we're in declining enrollment, 3%, so we're gonna get a double hit this year, 3% and 2%, so we're taking a 5% decline in money, well, 5.4% decline in money. So we can't do what a growing district can do, like Deer Valley, or Scottsdale, or somebody that's growing.
our first
So,
time
I hate to go over
7
Buckeye
years.
or somebody like that, so I was just wondering if somebody's doing like a 5 or 6, or what?
doing
people-
5.
You're doing 5, okay.
Plus a one-time pay and a flat $750.
All right. What district are you in
One-time
again?
pay of $1,200.
Let me get the camera on you.
Our
Okay.
employee groups this year are
But that's all
negotiating
contingent
flat
on that
rates for every group.
processing.
Flat rates for every group, okay, but you guys are stepless, well, we're not stepless
Yeah, we
either.
are.
It's all contingent though on that proposition passing.
Yeah, oh, sure, the trigger language is in there.
Ours was based off of going from a 10% M&O override to a 15%. So anything the board's gonna be voting on now is based off of that, and then there would be additional language potentially if Proposition 1, 2, 3 passes.
Yeah.
And then any potential growth we have this year too.
Yeah, we're only doing 2% because we're in declining enrollment, so when you're in declining enrollment,
Very
we're gonna
kind
take a
for
5.5%.
2% considering, yeah.
But you should see our salary schedules too. Alhambra still has, you know, I think we'll still have some of the best salary schedules,
Yeah.
just because of where we were.
Do we want to take a 10-minute break and you guys can talk how much you're going to be given?
Sorry for the sidebar, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Yeah,
10
yeah.
minutes, maybe come back at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is when we come back, we're gonna talk about actually generating the contracts in the employee contract area and then printing, so.
Could you choose a